Hey, good morning. MEP here, MEP Investments. So I wanted to talk to you about some Bitcoin um, and the cryptocurrencies. I currently don't have any cryptocurrencies. What I'm doing is trading stocks and options in stock and in names that have Bitcoin correlation. And that's what this video is going to be about. Um, I just I can't bring myself to buying this or putting my some people are average cost basing into Bitcoin on on Coinbase on like a weekly or monthly basis with their paycheck. Um, they ask you if you want to do that, if you want to invest monthly, like do a systematic investing plan. I can't bring myself to any of these coins at all. Um, I don't see it. It may be the wave of the future. I'm sure millionaires are being printed out of thin air, but great for them. I rather place a strategy in place that has a higher probability of success uh, instead of just buying and hoping it goes higher, which in this case, that's what I think it is. I'm not against Bitcoin. I just rather use another investment strategy instead of just buying these coins directly. Um, you could buy them on Coinbase, um, and that's pretty much it. You buy them and hope that they go up in time, over time, like Bitcoin has. I had Bitcoin at 3,000 and now it's 56K. I left over $50,000 on the table, and I'm sure many people have. Um, I know Elon Musk just bought a bunch of Bitcoin, and there's some other companies that are buying Bitcoins. PayPal, I think. There's numerous, and there's more and more every day. So I don't know if they're trying to get out of have some diversification out of the dollar, which is a fiat currency, which is backed by the faith and credit of the United States. But right now our debt is astronomical. It's very, very scary, uh, the debt of this country and the pace that we're on. Um, so that's why there's a lot of talk about inflation. Here's the debt clock. We're coming up to 28 trillion. Um, Gold, they say it's worth dollar to gold ratio now is 34,737. Dollar to silver ratio 48.23. Um, I prefer having something in my hand. So I like having silver, gold, um, put away a little diversification into some of this stuff. It's physical. I can touch it. I know that silver goes into iPhones. I know silver goes into solar panels. I know silver goes into cars. Uh, I know silver goes into medical equipment, just like gold. They're industrial metals, and they do have a value, and they are a store of wealth because you can actually physically uh, touch it and feel it. Um, and it's not like oil. You're not gonna have oil, which is a commodity. You're not gonna have oil, wheat, and I've mentioned in other videos, food that spoils. Uh, what else? You're not gonna have pork bellies or cattle in your backyard. Land is another good one, but if you could produce something from the land, that would even be better, like farming and etc. Um, so with Bitcoin and the trend in the digital currencies, I have a watch list that I created of Bitcoin names, and I'm in the Thinkorswim platform. It's pretty simple. If you want to create your own watch list, all you do is um, so a lot of you, when you let me back up a little bit. So a lot of you, let me not assume anything here. So a lot of you, when you back up and you log into your Thinkorswim, right? This is what you're gonna see, right? Your home screen. And this is I love this platform. For me, this is the best platform to trade on. It's very easy. I like it. I enjoy it. It has all the tools and bells and whistles. Even though it's not free in the options, I don't care. I'm not going to use Robinhood. It's just too time consuming for me to deal with that other platform. That with that said, okay, so you may have this screen. So all you need to do is come over here, and there's a little arrow here. You're going to hit this arrow, and it's going to open it up, right? So here are your, I think they call them gadgets. These are all your gadgets right here. These are all your gadgets to your left-hand side. Your account info, the news on the stock. You can watch CNBC here. You can watch TD Ameritrade Network, where you can learn a lot of the strategies that I've learned over the years from watching this, and Tasty. This other website that I love is Tasty Trade. This website, uh, great website to learn. Highly recommend those two guys. And then your watch list. So, and you can add widgets here. These are all the widgets, gadgets you can add. There's a bunch of them you can select from here. Just play with them, I guess. So the watch list is right here, and let's go to the trade tab, and let's just pull up active trader here. Actually, all products. All right, so here we have the watch list. All you do is click here, right next to watch list, and you scroll down and you create watch list. You name it whatever you want, Bitcoin, like I did, name Bitcoin names, and then add symbol, and just put in your symbols and save, and it'll pop up as your watch list. So I have a little watch list that I've put together. I'm sure there's more Bitcoin names out there. I'm always trying to add to them, and have a nice list of correlated names to the Bitcoin world. Now, the reason that I choose this route is mainly because of the options. So some of these names don't have options, some do. As they grow, they add options to them, and I'll show you why I choose to go this route. So instead of just buying these crypto names and hoping they go higher, because you really can't you can't short them. It's very hard. I think you have to go to a website called Kraken, and I'm not into shorting. I rather just do high probability trades instead of shorting. And if I were to do a short, I wouldn't do a short in this world just automatically, like shorting it right here at this price. And I'll explain to you how I would do it. So, for example, these are some of the Bitcoin correlated names. AMD. So AMD does the chips. That's one of them. So you have these options in this name. Right now I don't have anything in AMD because the IV rank is 2. So the options are very, very, very cheap. If I were to do anything here, I would do a calendar spread or a debit spread, or maybe even just buy a call outright. So let's go to another one here. BTBT. So BTBT is a China name. Let me put it up here so you can see what my thought process is. Pretty sure in the news BTBT was involved in Bitcoin or something into that nature. Let's see here. So you can see here YSOS, CAN, EBONG, Riot, Mara stocks are surging today. Bit Digital shares trading higher amid an increase in prices of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin removes CEO for not participating in Bitcoin mining operations. So they have Bitcoin mining operations. So they're involved in Bitcoin. So they're correlated to the Bitcoin space. So, for example, since Bitcoin has been bullish, and the IV rank on this particular stock is 81, which is extremely high, very, very high. So what this number enables you to do is, the stock is trading at $22. It closed at 21. After hours is 22 and a half. What does this enable you? It enables you to get all the way over here, for example. And what I did was I sold the 15 put, 12 and a half put. I did a credit spread. It's called a put credit spread. And you're very, very far out of the money. So I collected on this put credit spread 80 cents. So I collected more than the width of the, than a third of the width of the strike. Let me see if I could pull up the Tasty work platform and maybe get you a probability of success. To be a successful trader, if you're just buying and hoping it goes higher on your entry, that's 50-50. You're basically, it's a 50-50 play. And you want to, as a trader or an investor, put high probability trades on. That's what this is about. Let me pull up BT here so we could take a look at it. BT trade. Okay, so they have negative IV rank. I know by looking at the option chain that the options are expensive. So we want to take advantage of that overpriced options and sell these options. So we're going to go over here to Tastyworks platform, and we're going to go with a short sell, a put vertical, go. So we're going to go to March, right? So we're going to, what I had sold was the 15, okay, and I collected 85 cents. So it's pretty much where, actually I collected 80. You can get 5 cents better than me. And we have 27 days to expiration. So what does this enable? What does this trade all consist of? We have a 71% probability of a profit on this trade. Okay, you're long 6 deltas. Remember, 100 shares of stock is 100 deltas. So we only have 6. Basically, this resembles 6 shares of stock. And we have theta, which is time decay, working for us. And these are the Greeks. Learn the Greeks. There are 4 Greeks that you should learn. The most important ones are theta and delta. Also learn gamma and vega, which have to do with volatility and how the options move, and based on volatility. But the ones that I look at mostly are delta and theta. I always, when I look at my overall portfolio, right? This is my overall portfolio. These are my stocks, and then these are all my options in stocks. I always have delta and theta. I'm always looking at these. So for now, my overall portfolio, if I scroll down, I'm probably not long a lot of deltas because premiums have been hard to find, but I have 1,291 deltas. That means I'm long. I'm long 1,291 deltas versus the SPY, and I'm short 396 deltas. So I have 396 hypothetically working for me every day as time passes by. Every day I have 396 data working in my favor every day. And that's why it's very important to beta away your portfolio on a daily basis. I know that my exposure is long to the market right now. So if the market opens up on Sunday night and it looks very weak, I know how to hedge this in 2 seconds. And I'll do another class on that. I just wanted to show you why I choose Bitcoin correlated names as opposed to just buying the crypto itself. And it's been working for me. So back to BTBT as one of the examples and one of my positions. So this is called a put credit spread, which is a bullish strategy. So the stock is trading at $22 right now, so right about here. This stock would have to come all the way below 15 minus the 80 cents I collected to 42.20 to get to my break even within the next 27 days. If it doesn't, I can either do two things. I can keep my credit of 80 cents or 85 cents that I collected, which is $85 on a $250 margin being held. So that's a good return. 10% of 250 is $25. So if you were to keep the whole credit, that is a great return on $250, $80. 20% would be $50, and so forth. So, but my goal is to buy back this spread. This is how I manage these trades. My goal is to buy back this spread right here that I did here at 40 cents, at 50% profit. That is my goal in the next week, basically. I like to manage these at 21 days, and then I'd go into the April cycle, which will be closer to the 45 day window, which is the sweet spot where decay really starts to take a big decline, the theta. So that is one example of why I choose options and this edge of not being 50-50 and giving me a higher probability of success and making me a more successful trader day in and day out. Give you another example, CAN. So what do I have in CAN? I had a trade in CAN before it exploded, and IV was low. It was under 20. Right now IV is 95. So I have a 10 calendar spread, which it completely blew me out of the water, which is fine. I'm not losing a ton. Let me pull this up again because it got thrown off. Okay, so on this calendar, even though this is the beauty of options, you can make mistakes, and if you bought them and sold them at the right time based on IV rank, you will come out ahead most of the time. That is your edge. That is my edge on a daily basis. This is what I do on a daily basis to beat the street, to beat the other people on the other end of the computer. This is not, for me, it's not about the money. So for me, this is like a video game that I won't lose, that I will win always. That's the way I look at it. I'm just a competitor at heart. If you don't have those traits, develop them because it helps. You got to be a competitor. Um, so basically, when I put this calendar spread, these options were cheap, very, very cheap. And you can see here, the one I highlighted, my spread is completely wrong, and I'm still up on the trade. $11. It's not much, but I'm not losing. Okay, so as the volatility expanded on the options, and I wanted to do another trade in here because this calendar spread cost me on CAN. This calendar spread cost me 39 cents. I paid $39 for this calendar spread. Calendars are cheap. Good way to get involved. So that's one trade. But as the IV exploded to 95 and CAN was trending very, very nicely to the upside, CAN is another Bitcoin designer of Bitcoin machines, just like EBON. And I'll show you another trade on EBON. But let me go back to CAN. And I don't want to go too crazy on this length of the video, but I think this is very important because this is what's going on right now in the market. So CAN, what did MEP do in CAN? I sold the 15 put and bought the 10 put. $500 wide spread, right? And I collected $1.46 on this spread. Now let's see what can trade looks like on the Tasty Work platform. We went all the way to 10 and I sold at 15. Okay, so you can still even get it better than I did. I did these trades pretty late and I just wanted to get in the trade because I saw the explosion to the upside on the call side, and I wanted to, you see 61,000 calls, 18,000 puts, but the calls are trading very expensive. So you don't want to be buying these calls. They're inflated in price. So you have to go and use your head and take the other side, but you're doing a bullish strategy. You still have an assumption that this is going to go up, but you do not want to be playing these options because they're overpriced completely. You want to stick to the other side where you're a seller in this case. That's why rule number one is look at your IV percentile, current IV rank. You want to look at that. That's rule number one when you're going to get mechanical in the options. Rule number two, you want to see decent bid-ask spreads. You don't want to see $2 here, $6 here. It's too wide. You want some liquidity. You want them to be pretty narrow, pretty close. You know, this one's 10 cents, not bad. And you want liquidity. There's enough liquidity here. Okay? Hope you understand. That's very important. Okay, so the can trade has a 70% probability of success, and I manage it at 21 days at a 50% of the credit that I collected. I hope that sinks in and helps you a little bit. This is a defined strategy. It ties up $500 of your account, and you have the probability of either making $150 or buying it back for half. That is the goal, and that's what I do on a daily basis. I do basically I don't know, maybe 100 trades a day. That's what I do more or less. So I hope that helps in some of these Bitcoin names. And if you have Bitcoin names that I don't have on this list, I would love for you to chime in and send them to me. Here are some of the ones that I have. DPW, I sold the put in this one, and I'm up. I sold the put because the IV rank is 80, and I'm up 55%. Ties up $750 of your capital. So I sold the 750 put. I have EBON. I made a lot of money on EBON. And EBON, I'm up. Let me see. I tell you right now. In my phone, it tells me easier. Let me pull up the app. In EBON, I'm up year to date. Let's see. And I know this video is going into 20-minute mark, but it's a very important video in my opinion because this is what's moving and this is what currently has the volatility in it where you can get good premiums and help you out with that. Year to date, I'm up over $1,000 in EBON doing these strategies, just in EBON. So right now in EBON, I have a put credit spread, and I also sold a naked 10, which I don't mind because I don't mind owning this stock. And as you can see right here, I'm up 33% on my capital. These are big returns. You know, the averages on the stock market are, 5 to 10%, more or less, 7, 8. I mean, in the past year, I've done way, way, way above and beyond. I mean, most of my trades are 50% returns. And my portfolio has grown leaps and bounds doing these strategies. So it's very important to learn these derivatives and these strategies. This one's grayscale ether. It doesn't have any options. FT has options. I don't have anything in here right now. It has IV. Maybe I'll do something on Monday in this one. I just own 100 stocks on this one. I would help. I mean, a good opportunity here would be to sell a call against my options. Might do that. That might be a good strategy. I can get $45 for a 20, and look at the price of the stock. You understand what I'm saying? If 15, it's a double. I can get $80 out of an $8 stock. I don't know if I'm going to do that because I just have to see how it opens. But I'm up 26% on the stock. GBTC, that's Grayscale Bitcoin, doesn't have any options. Green Pro is I think it's a China name. I just have stock in this one. And Honeywell's another Bitcoin name, but I don't have anything in there. IBM is another Bitcoin name, don't have anything. JPM, I had a bad put there. These guys are out of Hong Kong, if I'm not mistaken, and they're getting into Bitcoin. This stock has been acting well, but they don't have any options. The big ones that have options are like Mara. So Mara, I did a broken wing butterfly, and Riot, I have put. I think I have a put credit spread as well, like the other examples I showed you, and some broken wing butterflies. SOS is another one. I did a put credit spread and SOS on 755. So these are the Bitcoin names. NCTY, hopefully their options get better. Here, you want to laugh. This is my best stock in my whole portfolio. So I got in this stock about 16 bucks. I had to sell a couple shares. This stock, and I've done videos. Look at my archives. This stock is at $85 and I got in at 16. I'm up 3,400. I got my initial investment now, and like I've done in my prior videos, I want to learn to hang on to some of the winners and just let them ride and just keep them there. There's been so many names that I've had under $10 that now are just home runs that I kind of regret letting them go. Enphase, I own Enphase at $10. It's at almost $200. Align Technologies, they do braces. I own these guys at under $100. They're $600. Gravity, they do video games in Hong Kong. I own this in the 30s. It's 100. So what I'm trying to establish is positions in these lower price stocks and getting my capital investment back and letting the rest ride into the future and letting it appreciate over time. So I hope you like this Bitcoin video, coordinated names, and please share any other names that I may not have on this list because I would love to see it. And I'm also going to look at weed because that's been bucking the trend as well. Anyways, I know this video has been a little bit long. It's probably one of my longer videos, but I think it's very important to talk about these things because this is what's moving in the markets and this is where the premiums are in the options. Anyways, like the video, share it, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.